Hi there, crew members, new members and everybody else. Welcome once again to this crazy build of the original USS Enterprise, the entire interior. Been doing a lot recently on accommodation areas, recreation areas, and I must admit I'm actually really enjoying this now, getting into a little bit of the business end of the ship. So this is deck 11, right at the bottom of the saucer section. Before I go into detail about deck 11, I just want to give you this quick sweep of my room, and because I'm kind of celebrating a little bit today, I've laid all the models out because the channel is almost up on 22,000 subscribers now. So I'm not going to give you detailed tours of these models, I'm just going to do a quick skim through because this might be your first time here. So this is the 1/25th scale bridge that I did quite a while ago, quite a long time ago. These are test models made of cardboard. There we go, there's the classic view of the bridge. More recently, 1/25th scale crew quarters, coming across to the engineering model, and just look at that power coming from the engines out the back there. If I come down, there's our two crew members standing on deck 6. We come down to the level of deck 7 and go in and check it out. There it is. So again, all made of cardboard and modelling board. The engine effect that you can see is simply a lamp at the back flashing on and off down through the power chamber right there. The full Enterprise model, as I see it, as it would be displayed, the 1/100 scale dorsal section right there, and deck 8 recreation, and over here deck 7. Check out the previous videos, all this is in it. This is all old stuff from previous videos. Like I say, if it's your first time here, just to give you a brief idea of the size and complexity of this build. Now, here we are on deck 9, deck 10, and then the focus of this video primarily is this level here, deck 11, phasers and photon torpedoes. In the FASA plans and the Franz Josef plans, which we can see here, this is deck 11. Auxiliary fire control phasers. There's the main phasers. I don't know where the photon torpedo emitters are, but those, I'm presuming anyway, are the phasers. So here we have a situation where we've got two crew members sat at a console, which will be something like this. This is a 1/100 scale 3D printed console from the bridge, but it'll be something similar. There's a transporter console as well. There we go. Deck 11, auxiliary fire control. Now, you can see from what I've done here that this is looking a little bit different, and the reason for this is, folks, I'll tell you this now. This massive Starship, in these plans here anyway, only appear to have two crew members sat at two forward phasers or photon torpedo launchers going forwards. And everything else around it is storage and raw material storage around it. So this is that it? Is that the one? Okay, there's some stairs leading down from deck 10. I'm changing things slightly because, okay, check this out. And let me know what you think in the comments section about this. To me, this just makes absolute sense for a Constitution class heavy cruiser to have this kind of weaponry or defense systems. So you can see that we've got 3 stations here, and each station, so for instance this station has 2 crew members operating it, which will be these phasers here. It's not finished yet, this build, so I'm going to build photon torpedoes, but for now I'm going with these are phasers. And yes, they are Lego. I went into the brick store the other day and got these, and as soon as I saw them, I just thought, you know, phaser cannons. In the middle here, we have the forward phasers, 2 people operating that, and 2 people operating this port side here. So all in all, we've got 2, 4, 6 phaser banks, okay? And each one of these, you can see 2 seats here. So maybe the one on the left is operating, targeting and preparing the phasers, and maybe the one on the right is doing the same thing but with photon torpedoes. Now my idea behind this is, of course, we see on the bridge, like in episodes Cobblemic Maneuver, where Bailey is literally shouted at by Captain Kirk to fire the phasers, because Bailey's basically freaking out because he thinks he's only got about 8 seconds left to live anyway. So we see those phasers being fired from the bridge. So what is the point of this? The point of this, I see, is that these personnel down here are targeting and operating the phasers and then giving the green light to people on the bridge to, okay, when you press that button on the bridge, you're on target. We've done it. So the people on the bridge don't have to start, focusing in on phasers. On that forward control panel here, like this, the one on the right, which is where we see Bailey fire the phasers from, there will be several indicators there that, okay, the forward phasers are ready, targeted, push the button, there you go. The port side, the starboard side are ready, aimed, ready to go. Boom. Push those buttons on the bridge to activate this. So that's what all this is about down here. Those are my thoughts anyway. As always, let me know what you think. Now, the big issue that I've got with these FASA plans and the FJ plans is that there doesn't seem to be any kind of feed or anything to these phasers. They're just these 2 units there. If we go up on deck 10, okay, I'm just going to open these now, everything else will fall off. If we go up on deck 10, this is all storage, and again, raw material storage. So there's nothing here down at the front that is telling me that there's some kind of either power supply source or storage for any of the weapons of this. My idea here is that all around here is going to be the machinery. These things slide out when they're ready to be used, and all around here is machinery to operate these phaser cannons, or if you want, energy centers to build up the impulse for a photon torpedo, or if you're coming from the camp that says the photon torpedoes are in caskets, then maybe this is where all the caskets are stored around the ship. And here we go, here's deck 10, so this will be going over deck 11, and all around deck 10 I have the idea of some kind of storage of either photon torpedoes or machinery to generate the energy for a photon torpedo pulse. Let me know what you think. I'm really interested to hear your views on this. And here we have a little bathroom for anybody here that might need a pee. I see this area here as a stairway leading up to deck 10, and maybe this area here is like one of those ladders that we see leading up. So this is the very bottom of the saucer section. Check out those phasers. Oh, those phasers, those original series phasers and photon torpedoes. You know, like the original series, they didn't use these phasers and photon torpedoes every week in every show, every 10 minutes. But when they did, in episodes when they did, I remember watching this as a kid, and even now, you see Captain Kirk or something give the order to fire the phasers or the photon torpedoes, and then you see the exterior shot of the ship, and I'm just like, and then, and And you just think, oh God, the power in those, and like, you know, episodes like Who Mourns for Adonis, when the phasers are just constantly on with Apollo, you know, the god Apollo, and he's like, the phasers are attacking his power source behind, and then Apollo's like firing thunderbolts up to the Enterprise, and like, ooh, everyone's on the Enterprise, and Scotty or Kirk is saying, maintain fire, and you just get the feeling of immense power coming from those phasers. So I really want to do that justice in this build, and actually build power sources around these phasers. Let me know what you think in the comment section. I say that a lot because I love to hear from you. One really important thing about the funding of this project: it's not everybody's cup of tea to sign up to Patreon. It's greatly appreciated if you do, but many people either don't have the means or they actually don't want to commit to a regular payment, and that's completely okay. So I've set up a GoFundMe thing where you can donate an amount. It's like $2 or $100,000, whatever you want, wherever you want to go. And you can do so anonymously, so you know it's completely anonymous if you want to donate. That is really appreciated. Thank you for joining me again. I hope this video finds you well, and I'll see you soon with the next video. Bye for now.